President Putin and President Xi Jinping presented a unified front. But how real is that unity behind closed doors, in your own opinion?
I think there are a few reasons for Russia and China to develop own cooperation. First of all, it's two big nations, our civilizations, who determine previous centuries of the world politics, and who will play a very important role in 21st century. They're responsible for the whole world. Also, their main neighbors countries, they have the biggest border in the world. And also they have very big economies who is very strongly in cooperation. It's one general reason. Another general reason is that both countries are under the attack of Western countries. Russia and China, they have different style of attack from Western countries. Russia mostly attacked by Europeans and partly British and Americans who occupy the Ukraine and have sanctioned war. But China attacked more by United States of America. But nevertheless, they both attacked by Western countries. So that's why they have to stay together for this. I think it's the main reason.
So is Russia still a serious power broker in Central Asia, or has China effectively supplanted it, replaced it in a way?
Shanghai Security Organization, when it is formed, and I quite in reality took part in this when it was in formation.
You're the expert. You're the expert, sir.
Yeah, I'm not just expert. I play some role as actor when it had been formed.
Yeah.
And I remember very well that Central Asia was a key reason of formation of Shanghai Security Organization, because it's what happened after Taliban first time took power in Afghanistan. And they've been very radical. And those radical Taliban plan to make some kind of radical intervention to the Central Asia country. That's why Russia and China decided that will help to Central Asia country to preserve their sovereignty and stability. And also the reason was to have not competition between Russia and China in Central Asia country, but cooperation between them. And it still works.
Okay. So how much has the Ukraine war contributed to Russia's, I would say, diminishing credibility as a security grantor in the region?
I think Ukraine, of course, number one security problem for Russia, and Russia interesting to stop Ukrainian war with reasonable condition. And Russia, if Western countries deny to have real compromise with Russia, if Western countries continue to believe that they can be successful in the war, Russia needs to have victories in the on the battlefield. And in the both of these things, China can help. First of all, China very much support a Russian demand that any peace deal on Ukraine should give security guarantee to Russia.
Yes.
And also China and Russia cooperation in economy, which help Russian economy also to produce possibility for Russia to continue its special military operation.
Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan are countries that now lean more towards Beijing. Is this a temporary realignment or a permanent strategic shift?
It's depend on future. First of all, both Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, very good country, I know them very well. They have good economic development. Because of this, they want to cooperate with Russia, but they're afraid to have a secondary sanction of Western countries, which is connected with anti-Russian sanction. It's first. Secondly, of course, Chinese economy more strong than Russian economy and developing more quickly. That's why Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan interesting to cooperate economically with China very intensively. But at the same time, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan concerned about sovereignty, and they don't want too big dependence on China. That's why Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan try to balance between Russia and China. And both Russia and China support this strategic course of those countries, because both leaders see and Putin believe that Russia and China should not compete in Central Asia country, but to cooperate.
Okay. What is the role of military optics like the SCO drills and China's upcoming parade in signaling regional dominance?
This parade should say that Russia and China was main country who was winner in the World War II against Germany and Japan now. And we know that Europeans and Donald Trump pretend that that United States is main winner, but in World War II. But of course, it's just direct lie. And also, we should remember that Russia, first of all, play main role by crashing both Germany and Japan, and Russia paid tribute of 27 million lives for this. And China also paid tribute of 35 million lives. So it was a great tragedy. And both countries want to say that we are winner. And first, we doesn't like war anymore, because our people demand no more war. And it's both a choice of Russia and China. Russia not maniacal the war. Russia has to start military operation in Ukraine because it was absolutely inevitable challenge to Russian security. But Russia hate war. Russia wants peace very much.
Okay. Some analysts argue that China's strategy is to offer security through technology. How is that perceived in places once under Moscow's sphere?
Of course, Russia and China very much cooperate in technology spheres and economic spheres, and exchange is very simple. China selling to Russia materials for drones, and Russia selling to China energy, gas and oil. And by doing this, both countries help to each other, not just in the economy, but in political level. It's helping of preserving sovereignty. And defending own sovereignty, it's a strategic priority of both China and Russia. And the reason of Shanghai Cooperation Organization and BRICS Plus to exist, it's exactly to help our members to preserve their sovereignty from aggression of the Western imperialists or wolves.
Okay. Does President Vladimir Putin accept Russia's junior role in this partnership, or is there quiet resistance in the Kremlin to Beijing's rise?
There are no junior partnership. It's exactly propaganda of Western countries that Russia can have a junior partnership. No, it's impossible. Russia, great country. China has preference in technologies now, some of the technologies, and in economic growth. But Russia more developed in rocket missile system, in atomic power stations, and military industrial complex, and in the nuclear weaponry and amount of territory.
Okay. Finally, sir, how do Central Asian leaders read this new dynamic? Are they playing both sides or clearly pivoting eastwards towards China rather than Russia?
Already to explain, Central Asian countries, they want to cooperate with both countries. It's very important for them to keep balance because they like to have more cooperation with China in the economic sphere because China more strong and more cooperation with political sphere with Russia. And by doing this, they are balancing and keeping on sovereignty. But it's very important that both China and Russia agree with this strategic course of the Central Asian countries.